Alright, continuing on. I still haven't decided. It's kind of hard to choose. Kill the queen. Yeah.
Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer. But we soon learned it was more than a base of operations.
Oh,
it was
got
a
some
breeding
sweet
ground.
music going on.
Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He found a cure for the genophage.
I had some stuff in the way of my speakers.
Taking over the galaxy.
That might be a bit better for you guys.
Slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't me. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead.
Nah, I wanted to
And
love
I knew
you.
it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into two squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it.
Isn't it Kaiden, not
Before we could
Kaden?
detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We
I think the
fought.
male
I stalled him to make time for my
male
team.
shepherd pronounces Kaiden.
And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign, the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence. He was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but it wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them.
Now. Now this choice is even harder in game, I would imagine, because I still didn't get up to this point. But here's the thing, with this comic so far, you don't really have a feeling for the characters, and I think it's just people who wanted Mass Effect 2 on PS3 are gonna make this choice more easy if they've already played the first one. Now, for people who haven't played the first one, this decision is not really gonna matter this much to them. They think it's not gonna be influenced later on in the game. It really kind of isn't, but because you come up to this one point, I won't say what yet, but you meet up with them just briefly, and it's more of a look back rather than an important decision making on later. Like with your romance in the game that we did, like I chose Liara. That kind of has a big role in it. So, okay.
He was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans.
Just switching off certain switches and beyond. I forgot I had it on.
We were just one ship against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Ash's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we put our feelings aside for the sake of the mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect.
Aw, no half boob this time. Damn it.
Close behind Saren.
That was another part of the $60 I wanted to spend on. Jesus.
Pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged.
Wow! You can see Garrus doing the old Superman.
And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope that the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel.
God, those things are annoying. They're gonna be such a pain on intense difficulty.
As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the turtle bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human alliance fleet in jeopardy.
Now, I'm not sure. This is probably really significant in the first one and heavily influences this in the second one. I never got to experience this, but this is actually quite decisive. Now, I know what it's like from when the Council is saved, so I'm going to choose Sacrifice Council. So I want to see how this turns out, because they ended up being the same in the second one.
Back in my control, Saren defeated them and moved leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. The costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, a lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, a career soldier, tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over.
Now, I really have no idea what's going to happen in the beginning, because this influenced mostly the beginning part of the game.
The pain of lost friends would fade. And none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty. Routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
And then Normandy becomes toast. Lovely Texas toast, I might imagine. Whoa, Jesus.
Commander Shepard.
So now we're transitioning over into Hawk. Who? I guess I should have split the video before it started, but I didn't know I was going to do that. Do the just transition to the next part.
Viral database has been updated.
I bet it has. Thank you, Advast, for making a guest cameo appearance in this fantastic futuristic playthrough. Don't do it again. Yeah, a little bit evil. Alright, so while this loading screen loads, ooh, missing in action, a trophy. Alright, so I'll split the video here.